Hi guys, welcome. You're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch. Like I've been saying, Patreon it is for now. And maybe forever, until I start a new channel or something like that. I haven't really decided. But I'm excited to show you the workings that I've been working on and the one we've been talking about for quite some time with all of these stream stones. And I want to show you how I've intuitively adapted it. I am going to read to you from Earth Power by Scott Cunningham, his working. And, you know me, of course I have to kind of like amp it up and make it feel more like my own, as should all of you, if you get a working and you feel like, yeah, that's cool, I resonated with it, but what if you add this? Do it, because that's your intuition telling you how it's going to work better for you, in my opinion. So in this lovely book, one of my favorites, Earth Power, Techniques of Natural Magic by Scott Cunningham, on page 83, we read a working called The Bag of 7 Stones. It says, this spell requires 7 stones of either high or low vibrations. You should have one each of these colors: white, green, red, orange, yellow, brown, and black. Now let me interject and say I've got all of those colors here, but Lily ended up plucking me 9 stones altogether. So I've added 3 more colors so that I'll have more in my divination. More rocks to choose from in my divination, and I've added blue, pink, and purple. Okay, and then I'll go into more about how I adapted that as we go along. So next it says, it is best if you can find all of these stones yourself. Stream beds are excellent places to look, and that's where we pulled from, was my stream bed behind my house that's just recently come back after years and years of being stagnant. If you have difficulty, go ahead and buy them. But yeah, so we foraged from nature, Witch of the Woods. If I do have a new channel, that will become the name of the channel. Place the stones in a sack made of natural cloth dyed yellow. Cotton is excellent. We've adapted that as well. I don't have a yellow sack, and I don't have yellow cloth of a natural material. So, like I say, as we go along, I'll tell you how I've adjusted this. You don't need to go out and purchase something. Just adapt it to what you have, because those things that you already have are going to have certain energies that vibrate just personally for you. Or these things that pop up in your mind, that's your magic. Take this and run with it. Take one of my workings and run with it. Take one of Lady Gravedancer's workings and run with it. It doesn't have to be exactly like the book says, and in my opinion, it shouldn't be, because it makes it your signature, your own, your mark on the world. Okay, so it says, place the stones in a sack made of natural cloth dyed yellow. Cotton is excellent. When you desire a sneak peek into the future, hold the bag, reach inside without looking, and remove one of the stones. The stone reveals present or future conditions. And then it says, white is peace and tranquility. Okay, and in my opinion, the stones should be all about the same size, because if you're putting your hand in the bag and the bag or the box or whatever you use, and you're rolling them around, if one's real big and that's the black one, it will mess up the divination of it. Just like on the back of our tarot cards, if all the back of the cards weren't exactly the same, we might accidentally pull one that we think we need. And yeah, that's just my opinion again. So the white is for peace and tranquility. The green is for love and money. The red is for passion and arguments. The orange is for luck. The yellow, wisdom and lessons. The brown, objects, possessions, and gifts. And the black, negativity. Now I've added blue, pink, and purple, and I will tell you what those colors will represent. So the blue is going to represent healing, meditation, tranquility. We're going to remove tranquility because it already attaches to the white rock. So healing and meditation for the blue. And for the pink, emotional love and friendships. Different from love. Emotional love and friendships. And the purple will represent power and healing deadly dis-ease. Okay? So now I'm going to show you what I've got on the table. and how I've set up this working and how I've adapted it. Okay. So as you can see, we have all the stones already kind of charging with their color. Okay, here on my altar, this is my working altar. I have one extra stone because I love the number 8 for divination. I just always feel like those two go together so well. So I was actually excited to change it from, or excuse me, forget that thing about, I said about 8. I do believe that, but I actually have 10 stones here. Now honestly, I believe I should add another color because 11 is my superpower. So let's see. Let's add one more color and make this rock also for divination. I was using this below to charge up the pennies, and these are copper pennies that were made 1982 or before, and I intuitively chose a shape, and I put them, I had all these rocks charging earlier inside of this triangle. I cleansed my desk with Florida water and with rose water before I started the working. I love those two together one at a time. And then I added some of my astral oil that I make, and you can purchase on my Etsy shop either in small or large bottles. I've added that to my third eye for divination. And I've also got my psychic awareness oil lamp here. And these are all things that I can make for somebody on the Etsy shop. Then in between, I've got some stones that were once together. This geode shape, right? They're bookends. And I've got those around this psychic awareness lamp. Okay, so it's just kind of like charging this power. And then back here, I have a light just to bring spirit into the working from my deity altar. Both of these things were lit from my deity altar. And when I get that light, I just grab with a long candle from my 3-day candle and then light these things so that it is coming from that. And right now we're at about 4.5, 5 months without this altar light going out, and that's really, really, really special to me because it is a little pricey to keep it going all the time, but more than that, it's just hard to not let it go out. Okay, so what color will we be adding? Well, we're just going to add an intuitive color, and let me go grab it really quick. Maybe gray. Yeah. Sure. Let's do gray. So we'll make this last rock, the 11th rock, we'll make it gray. And this rock will be representing banishing and transmuting. Okay, banishing and transmuting. So we have 11 stones and the working suggested 7. Whatever number really resonates with you. And as I paint each stone in this upcoming video, because I'm going to stop it now, upload this, and do a part 2, when I paint each of these stones, I'm going to do it right inside of this copper circle. Remember, the metal copper really, really draws and connects energies. It's just a very drawing metal. So I have my spirit lamp here, my psychic awareness, I have my light from spirit and deity. And this copper's really going to, once the color hits the rock, once it physically touches the rock as we paint them, this copper triangle is really going to charge that, especially with that Trinity energy, okay? And the Trinity energy I see it as is myself, my higher self, and spirit, or my higher self, myself, and deity, however you'd like to say that. Okay, last but not least, what am I going to do because I didn't decide I didn't have a yellow cloth bag? Well, I do have this cotton, it's from one of my doctor's bags, and it's a really old vintage, stamped from a hospital. Oh God, no, Otis. Oh God. And so I might just wrap those in up there like a hobo sack, and then just put my hand in. Or you could fashion a sack like Thomas did here with these lovely ruins that he made me, and you could just fashion it out of some like natural material. But what I think that I'll be doing is using one of these old vintage cigar boxes of my granddad's, and putting the rocks inside of there and not looking, and maybe a sigil up on top or on the bottom or something, and just putting my hand in, not looking, and choosing my stone. So we'll be right back with a part 2 video to watch me actually paint these, put them in the box, and then maybe a part 3 where I do a divination. can't wait to see you guys. We have a lot coming out on Patreon tonight because I have the time and focus and energy, and I'm sorry I've been so drained lately. Adult bullying is just as horrible as childhood bullying. Like, it's been a long time since I've been bullied, but I'm doing my best to be here for you guys, and I want to be here for you guys, and I wish I could do a live stream, but I just can't because they're going to be there. So, alright guys, come back and see part 2. Can't wait to see ya. All my love.